Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to some more Jets franchise. And today we've got what could be a potential tiebreaker winner against New England. Now, I don't believe we've played them yet. Actually, we have. Last time we beat them 31-28. And now we gotta play them again. Patriots don't have. Patriots haven't had the best schedule. They kind of started off the year kind of bad. But then they are on a 5-game win streak. And this isn't just any regular win streak. They won by 11, 11, 17, 15, 3. So they're coming off their closest win yet against Cincinnati. Cincinnati is also fighting for a playoff spot. But as it stands, it's a 3-way tie. Now, whether the Steelers lose another game and we continue to win, and then we beat the Bills, but that's a lot of ifs. But it could happen. We are still in the hunt for the number 1 seed. All it takes is a Pittsburgh loss and Buffalo and New England loss. That's all it takes for us to get the number 1 seed. So we still have a chance of getting the top seed. We shouldn't have lost as many games as we did, but it's still a possibility. As it stands, we're the number 5 seed. We could get our revenge against Jacksonville, who somehow just, I don't know, destroyed us. The game was rigged from the start. And you see Buffalo and New England, both of them are in a playoff game. We're all 3 in separate playoff games. So, yeah. Steelers with their young quarterback, who they drafted last year alongside Mike Ward, Roman Rhodes. The man we were considering taking is a part of Pittsburgh. We're kind of glad we took Mike Ward because now he's actually a straight 99 X Factor quarterback. He is the most accurate quarterback in the league right now. He can throw it on the run. He can throw it under pressure. He has 95 throw power. This man is a jack of all trades. You can ask him to do anything. Now, he's not really the best scrambling quarterback, but he can give you a really good deep ball or just a really good throw in general. Look at this defense. You notice something interesting? 1 X Factor. 2 X Factor. 1 superstar. 2 superstar. Yeah, if you can't tell, we have some talent. Last episode, Azariah Thomas, he kind of got himself up to superstar dev after being given like 2 or 3 chances. He was given way too many chances, but I'm glad the game wanted Azariah Thomas to be special. Kyle Hamilton, he already is special, considering he's ahead of Tony Adams and all. But he was actually, believe it or not, superstar dev, and they moved him up to X Factor. And Javonte Bridges, he's doing pretty good this year. He's got a bunch of sacks. I'm pretty sure he's still in the lead for Defensive Rookie of the Year, which could send him up to X Factor as well. And believe it or not, Mike Ward is head of the MVP list. He could be the first Jets player to win MVP in, I don't know, literally forever. Last player to win it was probably Joe Namath, and even then he probably didn't win it. Mike Ward could potentially be the first ever Jets MVP winner. But we got to wait and see, because we've still got a plenty amount of season left to go. Now, Coach of the Year, Xavier Foster, he's behind the Patriots, 49ers, and Packers. I'd say Foster has had a pretty good tenure as a head coach of the Jets. I don't see no reason why they'd fire him. I don't think he sees a reason. I don't think the Jets see a reason. They actually gave him a contract extension. But if we beat the Patriots here today, it's kind of like last year. If we beat the Patriots, we could move up on the Coach of the Year. Now, for the 49ers and the Packers are they're kind of solidified in the NFC right now. So, they really ain't got a chance. Darius Etienne moving down on Offensive Player of the Year. At one point, believe it or not, he was leading it. But Mike Ward, he's like, hey, I deserve it more. Okay. And for Defensive Player of the Year, Will McDonald is in the top 10, but he's not necessarily doing the best. But Quinnen Williams, he's actually starting to play better. I look forward to being able to potentially play the Bears. I think they're in the playoffs. I could be wrong. But if we play them, it'd have to be in the Super Bowl. But we are a long ways away from that. Very much so. I don't see us going that far. Well, obviously I do, but it's going to be a tough road to get there. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now, obviously, we don't really have a offensive rookie. Oh boy, Trevante Bridges needs to have a good game, or he just needs to finish the season hot. Because I want him to get up the X Factor. Now, I don't know if it's if you get top 3, top 2 for any award, but Goodwin cannot win this award. Trevante Bridges deserves it through and through. Now, he's not had a completely good season, but he's had a sack almost every other game. His best game, he actually had like 2 sacks. So, now the best QB, how can it not be Mike Ward? Mike Ward has done it all. He's except for winning a Super Bowl and MVP. He's already won this award before. He won it in his rookie year. Basically proved that he was the best quarterback in the NFL. And now they got some random guy named Shante Barber, so it seems the Raiders actually have a pretty good quarterback. Better than Drake May, who's on here. Now best running back, ETN. He had his best game not too long ago. 139 yards rushing. That got us that I'd say that got us a win. 139 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. We haven't really had that good of a run game all season, but he finally started popping up, showing out. Now Brees Hall, I don't think he's not really. I don't think he's doing that well with the team with the Rams. We sent him to the Rams, who are starting Kyron Williams, and he seems to be playing pretty good. Rams with that freaking scary 1-2 punch at running back, Kyron Williams and Brees Hall. That's gonna be fun. ETN, he is second behind Rashee Rice for receiver of the year. Rashee Rice, he's had a pretty good year. And by pretty good, I mean he could be a 1,000 yard receiver this year. And I can almost guarantee it, he probably will. And now for best offensive lineman, Elijah Vera Tucker and Joe Tippmann. Tippmann, we moved from center to left guard because we got a young center, a rookie center in Jorge Sierra. Sierra seems to be doing quite well. Tippmann seems to be filling into his spot quite nicely at left guard. Elijah Vera Tucker, he seems to be doing good as well. Now for defensive lineman, Will McDonald, he's been doing good all season. Linebacker, still no Jamie Sherwood. Now DB, Sauce Gardner, Kyle Hamilton. Azariah Thomas, he's moved down, but he still had one heck of a year, getting himself up to superstar dev. I'm count that as a victory in and of itself. Wow. Jake Bates must have done something bad. He must have done something Justin Tucker level bad, because this is hooey, or heck, you know what? Our backup quarterback bad. Yeah, we have Deshaun Watson as our backup QB. Don't judge. Trust me, he's went to rehab, okay? He went to rehab, and now he's doing much better. We've already talked about it with Deshaun. He keeps his mouth shut. He helps mentor Mike Ward, and we're good. He does nothing extracurricular. He stays home, goes to therapy, gets his paycheck, and moves on. We've already talked with him. But we can't be having his antics rubbing off on a guy like Jake Bates. I will cut this kicker if he does not play good. But I'm not going to because I kind of like Jake Bates. He's a Detroit Lions kicker. So Welcome everybody to Sunday night prime time here in Gillette Stadium, where the Patriots will be taking on the Jets, and oh no. Remember what happened last time, light snow. Gronk, I appreciate you being here, bud, but you are not going to help us at all. Maybe if you joined us alongside Mason Taylor. But we've had a pretty good season so far. Hopefully we don't lose nearly as many games as we did last year. Last year we went 10-7. Patriots are the same record. We actually have a legit chance to win the conference this year if we play good. And we're going to be seeing New England's rivalry jerseys for the first time. But New England's going to be getting the ball first. Hopefully we can actually play good this year. But they're led by Drake May. He's doing pretty good for himself. Now that's not a good stat line. 20 for 9. Now, maybe we can get more sacks. Maybe we can play a whole lot better. We already know they're going to run it a lot. And he's going down. And that's going to be Jermaine Johnson with the sack. We've been getting much better at defense. And that showed first play of the game. It's a sack. Offensive linemen don't know what to do with themselves. But we are crowning Johnson as the king of New York in New England. We unintentionally sent a lot of guys in for pressure. Now Drake May looking to throw. Demario Douglas. Who could have imagined? I thought we could press up and play zone, but apparently nobody had that deep zone. As soon as we're doing good, we do bad. That's a simple toss and catch. If I threw that, that would have been a pick, or somebody would have caught up to him somehow. We have been running it a little bit better as of recent. Is that going to translate to this game? We're just going to have to see. ETN, he's going to run it. Nice little run right there, 2nd inches. If I can control the ground, then I'm going to. But we're going to run it. And ETN, he's going to get it first. 19 yards already on 2 carries. You would figure with 99 accuracy on almost everything, he wouldn't throw a pass like that, but he did. But that's Shaheed with a big grab. First down. So, despite the snow, Rashid Shaheed getting found. And Garrett Wilson, it's that easy. It is that easy. End zone, Jets. Ward is just that dang good. Letting his players develop on the run. Garrett Wilson, he is that guy. From potentially getting traded to Garrett Wilson scoring for one of the best teams in the league. He's had a turnaround. I believe in him. We're not going to allow something like that crap again. Now they are going to pass. Well, maybe if we play like that, we will. Gain of 14. Patriots get the first down. Drake Mason and Douglas in motion. It's a QB run. Designed QB run for Drake May. That's, well, I guess now I see why he has scored 8. We were in this situation before. They want to try to get the easy one. I guess Demario Douglas is an elite receiver now. So Douglas is back out here. A lone man in the backfield. He's going to run it again. Wow, they seem to be giving him the Lamar Jackson treatment. So if the Patriots keep trying to run with him, then we might just have to do something about that. Run up the middle, and he's got plenty of running. So, interesting play call right there for New England. They're going to run a toss play. Wow. This will probably be a shootout. Hopefully it isn't like Jacksonville. I don't want to see your crotch, Trevion. I don't want to see that either. Trevion showing us both the front and the back. I am not interested, fella. I'm not interested in what you're selling. We will beat you just because of that. He's done pretty well this season. He did pretty well first drive. So. But it don't help if he gets sacked. Joe Tippmann, who's considered one of the best, allows a big sack. Then again, Ward might have taken a second too long, but you can't be given every excuse known to man. Etienne with a big grab. I could barely see him. You can say Ward got lucky on that one. It was 2nd and 20. But now he's going to get it out to his man, Mason Taylor, who's going to get the first and more. Taylor, you got to love him. He's one of the best tight ends in the league. One of the best catching tight ends in the league. Actually pretty good. Give Taylor a chance and he shall prove himself. That's what I've said this entire series. And he's going to do it again. First down. Taylor. Pressure was there pretty quickly, but didn't matter. That's the end of the first. This game is a 14-7 game. It looks like it's going to be back and forth. Last team to score will win. The whole shtick right there. But we are playing pretty good. We've already gotten the red zone. We scored pretty quick the first time. New England scored pretty quick both times as well. Somebody's got to stop. 3rd and 9. We're no stranger to this situation. And neither is Shaheed, who gets the first. Both teams have got 6 first downs. I love it. Football time. And now Etienne, he's going to have open real estate in that end zone. He owns some property in the end zone, and he's going to come hang out in it. Etienne, he can be clutch when he needs to, and now he's going to celebrate with his teammates. Ooga, ooga, do that, dancer, yeah. That's 6. You know, a guy like Mike Ward, you got to love him. And Travis Etienne, he hasn't had the best season running-wise. He's had like 1 or 2 really good games. The screen, Etienne, not getting the best blocks, but not getting the worst. Actually, it was more of Etienne making his own lane, making his own way, using that breakaway speed to get in. So gain of 5. Now it's 2nd and 5. Thank you, announcer. I kind of stole your whole line right there. Wow, it's man coverage. Azariah Thomas, please play better. You're a superstar dev. You didn't play good for nothing. See what I mean? They play like crap whenever you're not controlling them. It's not like he's hopeless. Look at that left side of New England's offensive line. Well, I guess that's why Azariah Thomas is good. He got there. Good job, Azariah. You're a god at this. So now 3rd and 9. Jets defense could be looking at their first stop against them. And overthrown for their offensive lineman-sized tight end. We might have just got our first stop of the game. We've had plenty of fun. Well, I guess we went to Shaheed a little too much. He's not that good. He sucks at catching. But he got hit. And now the coach is seeing ghosts. I guess it's kind of our fault at this point. Drake May looking to pass. He's going to go down. That's Shamar Turner with a sack. You'll love to see it. I built this D-line to actually look like this, and we're starting to, well, do it. He didn't really have much open. He's probably looking for a guy over the middle. They already have it in field goal range thanks to, well, us going for it and not getting it. gonna have to pass it. Ezra Thomas. They're playing so far off. They see him. They should go right up on him. Not hold him, but they should go right up on him. 3rd and 5. Best we can do is hold him to a field goal. Henderson in motion. Nearly intercepted by Sherwood. That's why he's a really good linebacker. If you want to win a game like this, you can't afford to stall out. And that's just what we did last time. Garrett Wilson getting a block. He's going to have plenty of room down the field. Great waiting time for him. Ward just made a great throw right there, giving him enough time to develop. Beautiful throw. And then Taylor, being a good teammate that he always is, he's going to get a big-time block. 2nd and 8. Now we do have a lineman out there. I guess just has a little funniness. And that's Taylor with a big grab. Barely got it out, but Taylor, he got open enough. I was worried we were going to take a sack, but Ward is a dog. He got it out just on time. Doesn't matter if you got a man in his face. This man has ice in his veins. And ETN going to run it down to the 2. And that's going to be the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left in the first half. Still anybody's game. And ETN's in for 6. We changed it up. We were going to try to potentially see if they were going to cover Wilson at all. He was uncovered. But we handed it off to ETN. He just barely got across that goal line. He's probably going to have a good game. We have the opportunity of a lifetime here. Could go score. Shaheed finally making a grab. Ward, he's having a great game today. 13 for 16, only 3 incompletions. He lost 1 yard. They've got 20 seconds to get in field goal range. And he can't get it out. Well, that's going to be about it for the first half. We actually started doing good on defense around the end. Not letting them get it to Mario Davis nearly as much. Not letting them do too good in the run game. We've actually done pretty good on offense as well. They have gotten a stop on us several times, but let's go look around the league. The 8-5 Jaguars look to continue to try to get in the playoffs, but they just can't do that. Tampa Bay cooks them by 13, 30-17. Jags might be on a little stretch here. If they don't win, they might be out. Colts versus Cardinals, let's see. Colts kind of not playing for a playoff spot, but instead playing for draft position, but it doesn't matter. Anthony Richardson, they're going to win 17-12. Basically, just a battle of the playoff teams, or the winless, or the playoff list teams. But let's go to Chicago and Detroit. Chicago, 2-11. They are doing bad, but the Detroit Lions, my Lions, still own them. We own you. We still own you. 2017 is the final. Lions needed that win. Here's how the seeding is looking. We're sitting atop the wild card. We could be fighting for that number 1 spot. We could be taking Buffalo's spot right now, but we've played pretty good today. New England, now I'm not saying we can kick them out of the playoffs, but we can definitely kick them out the attempted first spot steal of our division. We've played pretty good. Ward's played pretty efficient football. 200 yards passing. Only 4 incompletions. Let's keep it going. Ward not too happy about that last play. So we're going to run it. And Etienne going to continue running like a madman. Running through tackles. Doesn't matter how big you are. Gain of 8. 3rd down. Let's start running it. And ETN, he's going to have a first down and more. He's got 43 yards on the game. He might not have it as much as you would think, but he's still doing pretty good. Well, 2nd and 10. His crowd's starting to get a little rowdy up in here. Excuse me? What happened to my quarterback's, like, 97th goal in the run? Okay, so let's just forget about my guys overall, and let's forget he's 99. I don't know what the frick ETN was doing, or why Spillane jumped above his waist. Well, not a smart throw by Ward, but it happens. He's gonna juke at him, man, and he's gonna put him back in field goal range. 3rd and 4. Now they're gonna look to pass. He gets it away somehow, but it's 4th and 4. That's Jeffries. Now, that might not look good on his resume for the MVP award, but if he gets this win, it might still be okay. But it don't matter. Mason Taylor is a guy that you can rely on, like Zion. Mason Taylor is essentially the Travis Kelce or the Gronk to the quarterback. Wasn't the best throw. Nearly a 2nd interception. But Taylor, he can grab it in. Mason Taylor, he's a reliable tight end. He can pretty much do a lot for you. If you're on the right team, and you've got the right positions, you've got the right players, and you've got Mason Taylor, you can win games. He's throwing 6 incompletions, one of them being a pick. 1st and 10 now. We are on the Patriots side of the field. ETN sent in motion. Wow, game. Very smart. Well, that's also not going to look good on his resume. Taylor wide open over the middle. They give them the interception. You see how open he is? Yeah, somehow Kyle Duggar gets just a speed boost. I probably should have lobbed that, but it still would have been picked. New England's going to get another shot. Not that they've done any good. They're going to send Henderson in motion. It's a QB run. But he's going to break it. Somehow he gets past the line. Stutzman had him, but he couldn't take him down. Drake May almost made us forget that he could run the ball. I don't know why, but that man, I feel like they probably did him dirty. There ain't no way there's that guy on the actual team. How is that not picked? 2-3 guys had their hands on the ball, but it is a turnover. Throwing picks is not going to help his case. So maybe we should, well, stop doing that. He's already thrown 2 today. And flag. Is there a pass interference on the play? There is. Brown obviously not liking it. We get bailed out on that call. So we're going to run the ball. He's going down. So our best receiver is apparently got butterfingers. Don't know how to hold onto a football. But Barker drew it up nicely. First down for the young tight end. You almost forget Barker is no longer a rookie tight end. And he puts it on the ground. New England's going to get another shot. He struggled with this so much. Jabril Pepper's coming in. We're in the snow. This happens every time we're in the snow. I cannot believe we're giving up another fumble. We might be down. We're just going to have to take another look at it, though. But I seriously doubt it's going to be a fumble. Drake May gonna take it. And he's gonna go down. Jermaine Johnson taking him down. He's got 3rd and 2. And he's going to go down. Shamar Turner taking him down. 4th and 3. Good job, Shamar. Finally doing your job. Ladies and gentlemen, put up your 4s. We actually have a good shot to win this one. Now, Ward's been making a lot more mistakes recently. I don't know. His MVP case is looking a little rough right now. He already hasn't had that good of a second half. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's only had 4 interceptions on the year. Why is it always overthrown? He's got 99 almost everything. So Ward seems to be struggling with overthrows, even though he is literally a 99 overall. Total sense game. And ETN wiggling too much, not able to get first. He's thrown 9 incompletions, 2 of them picks. Now, I seriously am scared. Send Taylor over there. And ETN's going to have plenty of room. Let's just have him run out of bounds. So Rashid Shaheed is probably one of the worst receivers we have, unfortunately. But you know who's not? Garrett Wilson, who jukes out of the... Actually, 2 defenders. 1st and goal. A touchdown could put this one just out of reach if we can get another stop. We gave the play some time to develop, and it kind of did. Now we're going to run it. And Rashad White powers through that defense. You call that a defense? We call that an offense that can run the ball. He's not just a receiving back. He's a valuable member. We gave him number 20 because we think he could be a really good running back, just like Breece Hall, who doesn't seem to be doing good with Los Angeles. And now he's going to make the putt-putt golf. On 1. You can see right there, all it took was a burst of energy, and he just had to run through 2 guys. 1 guy, 2 guys, 3 guys. 3 guys ain't enough to take down the power and might of the mighty Rashad White. So 4th and 9. Even New England knows this could very well be it if they don't get it. So they're going to get it. They're going to try to go for it. And Demario Douglas with the catch. Isaiah Thomas in coverage. Man, we are getting cooked by Douglas. He's going to have over 200 if we're not careful. And we're running in freaking 5 frames per second. And now New England. They've got the... Actually, I don't know. Is that the T formation? And they're going to have a guy chasing after him. And Thomas getting there. 3rd and 3. They've got a bunch of guys in. Hamilton can't get there in time. May gets the first. Just as we were doing good on defense, they start cooking. Start cooking with grease. And Demario Douglas, how is he this good? Like, it doesn't make sense. First, he mosses Isaiah Thomas, who has superstar Dev, who doesn't allow that. They somehow get it. Touchdown, New England. We're not too concerned. We still should be, but they're going to get in the end zone. Trevion Henderson gets the rushing touchdown from the 1, which if you get down there, it's kind of expected to get like a rushing touchdown. We almost didn't allow it, but we got pancaked, man. And they're going to go for it. They want this to be a 3-point game. What are you doing? That is the dumbest defensive player I've ever seen. He just stood there and watched Drake May run across his face. We've got to get down the field. Now, I do still trust Ward. Ward is my guy. I will go to him day one, every day. And Shaheed's got the spin in the first. Waste as much time as we can. We can waste as much clock as we can. Do something like kicking a field goal. We're going to be in session. First down. Very CTN. Actually, no. 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches. And they're going to go deep. Rashid Shaheed! You can't leave him unguarded! This is like the most dangerous thing he can be doing. You leave him unguarded, not just immediately throw it. There is no competition. You're leaving a D lineman on him. He's got like 96 speed. You can't be doing that. All we had to do was score, which we did. And now it's a 10-point deficit for New England. And surprisingly, the lineman catches it. Who is he? Because they have to have absolutely disrespected him in some way. See, I know for sure he is not that big. He's a superstar dev. Something isn't adding up. But it's also something that isn't adding up. Why is Demario Douglas so good? He broke freaking 3 tackles one play. That was such a weird penalty. And they're going down Shamar Turner. They're just kidding. Trevante Bridges. He got that right there. Great. And I can't call that. Touchdown to their fullback. There is no coverage play for that. New England's going to go onside. It's going to be a big moment. Tony Adams goes up and grabs it. That's pretty much game. And just like that, we win a nail-biter. Not Ward's best performance. Well, he did pretty good, except for the 2 interceptions. I will admit, the second one I should have lobbed. First one, I don't know. But we did win the game, 35-32. High stakes in this one. This game meant a lot. Playoff-wise, New England is going to go to 9-5, and we're going to go to 10-4. Last season, we did go 10-7. Like I said, Ward had a great game today, except for those 2 interceptions. Not the best-looking stat right there, but a win's a win. Drake May had a pretty good game. That was one heck of a game. Ward only threw 10 incompletions, and May only threw 8. Now for the run game, ETN, we pretty much controlled it. He did fumble once. That made me mad. ETN fumbles way too much when it's important. Now for receiving yards, I don't know why Demario Douglas did this good. He shouldn't have. You know, maybe if I can, I'm going to try to get Demario Douglas. Because maybe if I get him, New England won't have the opportunity to do this. But Rashid Shaheed and Garrett Wilson both having over 100-yard games. Most of Shaheed's yards came from that 46-yard bomb because they left him wide open and they had a lineman on him. Like, what? And Garrett Wilson just playing good all game, 4 receptions. Pretty much what you need if you want to be a good player. And Mason Taylor, he came in clutch in some pretty important moments. Ward managing to get out some very, very lucky passes. We pretty much controlled the air, except for Douglas, but we pretty much controlled the air. ETN not having the highest amount of yards this game, not looking good for his Offensive Player of the Year or Best Receiver, but he did win, so you can't argue with that. Now for the defensive side, Spillane got an interception, and he led the game, both teams, in tackles. Then we had Cisco and Azariah Thomas. Our corner and free safety seem to be getting a lot of tackles. I don't know why it is, but we just do. Kyle Hamilton getting 6 as well. Over to TFLs. Shamar Turner got 3. Will McDonald, Sauce Gardner, Jermaine Johnson, Azariah Thomas. We did pretty good today, I'd say TFL wise. And now for sacks, Jermaine Johnson and Shamar Turner both got 1. I'm glad these two guys are doing good. I really am. You know, we didn't get a single interception, but we did dish out 2 of them. And it seems Buffalo, well, they kind of won their game. Oh man, and we're getting another breakout opportunity. Bro, Azariah Thomas has been given chance after chance. He could get up to a freaking X Factor. That's insane. You've come such a long way this season, Azariah. It's been incredible to witness. Keep it up. You know, you already know, Coach, I am here to be great. So the playoff picture still looks the same. We didn't quite knock them out just yet. I don't think they're getting knocked out anytime soon, anyways. But we do still remain at number 5. But Buffalo goes up to the number 1 seed. Oh boy. I mean, we might already have our playoff spot. I wouldn't say locked in, but hooey. We could be doing some damage if we win. Nobody has guaranteed their spot yet in the playoffs in the AFC. Baltimore, not something you see very often, going 3-11. You expect it from teams like, I don't know, freaking the Raiders or, well, not the Raiders, but maybe Tennessee. Miami probably doing that too. But Baltimore? That's insane. Lamar is not going to be happy the fact that they're losing so many games. I guess there goes our chances of freaking taking the lead in the division. Buffalo's probably already got their spot guaranteed. Mike Ward had another interception. He got sacked 6 times? How? Bryce Young having possibly one of the best games of his career. 3 touchdowns, no picks. ETN having an alright game. Well, the other ETN being our leading receiver. And then for tackling, Carolina just cooked. They have the Marvin Overshone, Alex Anzalone. Oh man, that's a pretty good defense right there, I will admit. And we didn't get too many sacks. Nick scored and got 3. That's rough. How big has the growth of Azariah Thomas been for the defense? He's added an entire new element of leadership and playmaking. He's an incredible talent that sets a great example for every player. Well, here in week 18, we could theoretically take over the division, or the conference with this game. A win against Buffalo and a Steelers loss could take us to freaking number 1 seed. Buffalo's currently the number 1, Steelers number 2. If Steelers loses and we win, actually, we have not played the Steelers, which kind of sucks. Last time we played the Bills, we lost 17-35. We didn't play the best. I will admit, we did not play that good. Mike Ward, he still did incredible. We didn't really have that good of a running game. ETN only getting 14 yards. My only hope is we don't play in the snow. Khalil Shakir cooked us. Typical of him, but it's either him or Joshua Palmer. We're going to have to get our guys like Wilson, ETN, Shaheed, Loveland, Taylor. We're going to have to get everybody involved. Now, I don't know if Colson Loveland is back yet, but it'd help if he is. After all the turmoil of this season, it seems Ward right now is the front-runner favorite for MVP. It seems he might not be out of luck at all. He might be the youngest MVP winner ever. the I don't know who won MVP if the Jets have ever actually had an MVP winner. So he could potentially be the Jets' first ever MVP candidate. And not to mention, Xavier Foster is second on Coach of the Year. So if he wins this, we could be looking at a Coach of the Year, MVP. Let's see, what else? Mike Ward is third on Offensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year, nobody. And it seems Trevante Bridges has went down so much. That kind of sucks. He was at the number one spot eventually. He was there before. Hasn't played the best since, really. Mike Ward's still best quarterback because he's MVP frontrunner. So, kind of makes sense. Now, ETN, he's slowly moving up that best running back spot. Brees Hall, still nowhere to be found. Rams seem to have just fallen off the face of this. Darius Etienne and Garrett Wilson. Etienne has been here pretty much the entire time. At one point, he was number one ahead of Rice. And now Garrett Wilson seems to find himself here. I'd say that's pretty good. Offensive line, Tippmann and Tucker, or Vera Tucker, I'm sorry, Elijah. Those two on here. Tippmann, he got moved over to left guard, and he seems to be playing pretty freaking good. Will McDonald, he's been playing good pretty much every game he's played in. Now, he hasn't got a sack every game, but he has played pretty freaking good. And now for best DB, it seems Sauce Gardner is the undisputed best DB. He's been getting interceptions almost every single game, which is kind of crazy. Best kicker, Jake Bates, seems to be dropping even further. I don't know. He must have missed a bunch of kicks. Peralta, is he a young kicker? He looks like a brand new one. Now, so far, his stats look pretty similar to last year. 7 interceptions, though. I think he had 6 last year. Now, that's probably not that different. But, as you can see right here, he's only been sacked 30 times. That's about, I'd say, an average. A little bit better than average, but he's played every game. I don't know why it says Deshaun's played all 13. He said he's played 13. He hasn't really played in a game. Oh, wait, I know why. But Mike Ward, he's had a pretty impressive year. He's thrown 7 interceptions, which isn't a killer for his MVP candidate, apparently. But it's still pretty, I wouldn't say bad. That's actually a really good stat line. Now for running, ETN, if he has a 100-yard game today, we could have our first 1,000-yard running back in a long time. I think since like Curtis Johnson. But speaking of the devil, we're about to have three 1,000-yard receivers. ETN popped off. I see now why he's considered one of the best receivers. He's not even leading his own team in yards, but he is having one heck of a season. 13 touchdowns, over 1,000 yards. He has his first 1,000-yard season. Garrett Wilson getting back up to 1,000 yards. Yeah. This is what I like to see our offense doing. Now, Mason Taylor with that kind of stat line, yeesh, if I played every game, I probably would throw a lot more picks. Mason Taylor would probably have over 1,000 yards. But, I mean, having three, going from a team who barely even had one 1,000-yard receiver. Well, actually, we didn't even have a single 1,000-yard receiver until this year. This year, we seem to have improved. The O-line definitely giving Ward some time. Ward developing even more into probably the best quarterback in the league. He's doing pretty well. Azariah Thomas leads the team in tackles. Good on you, buddy. And now for TFL, Shamar Turner leads the team in with 18, Will McDonald at 15, and Jermaine Johnson at 10. Now for these sacks, Will McDonald and Jermaine Johnson both lead it at 11.5 and 11. Shamar Turner and Tony Bridges following suit. These two, this is kind of where I imagine seeing both Trumfonte and Shamar, but I mean, if our edge rushers are going to be doing this, yeesh, this looks scary. As for interceptions, Sauce Gardner has 4, Kyle Hamilton has 3, so he could potentially be getting up there. I don't actually. It seems like he should be up there ahead of freaking Sauce Gardner. Oh wait, he is on the list, but this is kind of a more impressive stat line than Sauce Gardner's. But Sauce Gardner just has that one more interception, so I guess that one pick matters a lot. Well, this defense still continues to be not the best. Well, our passing offense, though, our passing offense is still really incredible. It says the second best passing offense in the league. Man, so we have the second best passing offense. We are bottom 8 in rushing yards per game, and we're a bottom 8 defense. That's not good. I thought this defense looked good. If we can maybe get another pass rusher, maybe another DB, or I mean another corner, our linebackers could develop a little bit more, but this game against Buffalo is pretty much for all the marbles. Now the Steelers do have the Seahawks. I don't believe they have played them. No, they have not. The Seahawks? I don't know how good they are right now. So the Steelers are 12-4. They already have made the playoffs. I don't know how we haven't. I mean, we beat the Patriots, so if anything, the Patriots shouldn't have it, and we do. But the Seahawks, where are the Seahawks at? No, it's not looking good for us. Seahawks are at 24. So will Roman Rhodes struggle and lose to the Seahawks and give us an opportunity to take the lead in the conference? We could be looking at a number 1 seed if we beat Buffalo, but that's a big if. Massive, massive if. Playoff seeding is on the line, and if Seattle beats them by some chance, like some way somehow, we could be looking at the number 1 seed. We're already the number 6 team in the NFL. Somehow we haven't established ourselves in the playoffs yet, when teams like the Detroit Lions have. But Pittsburgh has already confirmed themselves. We could be looking at a 12-5 season or a 11-6 season. Either way, we're pretty much in the playoffs. I don't know what team would get in over us. Maybe the Chiefs. So I seriously doubt we're missing the playoffs at this point. But I guess this game has other decisions. But we could be looking at possibly getting the number 1 seed. Because I know for sure, even if New England wins, we're still in the playoffs because we have the tiebreaker over them. So I don't know why it doesn't go ahead and give it to us. We should have either the X or the Y. I think the no Buffalo's not won their conference or division. I think actually, I think the Y is if you won your division, and the X is if you made the playoffs. I believe. Yeah, the X is if you made the playoffs, guaranteed. So we should have an X right now, but I guess not. But I guess the Chiefs are still here, so the Chiefs could knock us out. The Bengals could knock us out? No. I think we beat the Chiefs, so we have the tiebreaker over them. So either way, we should be in the playoffs. We beat the Chiefs, we beat the Patriots, so that's 2 teams right there that could kick us out. And the only other team I can think of is probably the Bengals, but like I said, both of these teams have to win, and we have to lose. And I don't know. We have the tiebreaker over both these teams, so we'd be in either way. So either way, we've already made the playoffs. This game would just be for the number 1 seed. Pretty big game. Not to mention, Mike Ward, he's still sitting at the top of the MVP list. This game would pretty much cement his MVP season. We are 90 overall, so we are better than them. Overall wise, we are better than them by 4 points. We turn from nothing to something. Mike Ward has helped us change this team into a perennial playoff contender. Everybody's starting to like the Jets. Everybody's starting to like Coach Xavier Foster. The defense isn't that good, but the offense is one of the best. And it seems Joey Bosa is going to be out. He's at 25%. So we're going to have a good opportunity to win this game in the ground game. As long as ETN does not fumble, we're looking at a pretty good run game. Now, they're still going to have guys like Greg Rousseau, Matt. I think they still have Matt Milano, but they do have a pretty good defense still outside of those guys. Now, Buffalo doesn't necessarily have any league leading guys like we do. Sauce Gardner is third in interceptions, and Mike Ward is second in the league in passing yards. He's got better completion percentage than Joe Burrow, more touchdowns than Joe Burrow. He's only 100 yards, actually less than 100 yards behind. I'd say about 93 yards behind Joe Burrow. So, yeah. So Mike Ward is essentially beating Joe Burrow if he has a good game today. But anyways, that's going to do it for the video. Next episode will be a massive game against the Buffalo Bills, our arch nemesis, the Joker to our Batman, basically. We're the good guys in this story. Everybody has doubted the Jets. We became something. We were from nothing to something. We are the true rags to riches story. Bills Mafia, y'all are going to have to come to New York. Unique New York. Hopefully, it's at 4:15 p.m. at MetLife Stadium. I don't believe we're going to get snow. Then again, I didn't think we were going to get snow against New England, but we did. But that's going to do it for the video. Jets look to get the potential week round 1 bye. Get one step closer to the Super Bowl. But as always, I am Yo Boy Baller 1, signing off for the New York Jets. And as always, saying peace out, everyone.